Okay.
So you are a English teacher.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. And relationship status.
I don't. I'm dating.
You are dating.
Yeah.
When was the last time you got piped down? Something wild though. We in Vegas. Something wild.
I like how he asked that too.
Like don't give us like the whack pipe.
October of last year.
Was the good pipe. Now
Right,
give us the
yeah.
whack pipe.
Yeah.
Last night?
No.
Oh.
No.
We in Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? We chilling.
Tell me why you lying.
I'm trying to be celibate.
You trying to be celibate. You put trying in front of celibate. Let's get the other ladies involved. Do y'all ever like try to be celibate sometimes?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
y'all
feel
be
like that's where I was.
No, they
I
try to
Like
celebrate.
I'm a God-fearing like
sometimes.
woman. Like I read my Bible, I go to church. Like
Do you
I'm
smoke
trying
weed?
to do better.
Do you smoke weed?
Back in the day.
put your mic up a little closer.
Back in the day, I used to smoke weed,
Yeah.
but that was because I'm an artist. Like I paint.
Yeah.
So you have to smoke weed to paint.
No, I was just like super hippy dippy, like a rebellious kid
Okay.
with dreads
Yeah.
and everything.
I can still feel it in you. I can still feel it and sense it in you.
You
The
feel
rebellious
it?
spirit.
Well,
Yeah.
she
No,
just
the
said
weed
no to
smoker.
me.
Oh.
I offered her some and she said no, so I could vouch for her.
I used to
really?
be
Oh,
bad.
what's up?
I used to.
I believe it.
Yeah. I
Fight,
used
fight,
to be
crib.
like gang gang.
Does that make me bad? I'm like, am I bad?
No, it doesn't. I
playing.
used to
You know you're bad.
I
Like,
used
All the
to
tats. We
always
smoke weed.
be
we
high.
do a little coke every now and then.
but now
Offended.
I'm
Pop a
sorry.
Molly. You know these.
I'm really
I've
sorry.
never done Molly. I will tell you, I've never done Molly.
I've done Molly.
I'm a weed
I mean,
smoker.
I really probably shouldn't say this
I don't be in a
and
club
then
like
also
that.
try to look for a teaching job. Yeah.
let's
Say that
stop
again,
you
we
now,
missed
then.
that. What'd you say?
Nah.
She didn't say anything.
What?
She loves EDC. That's it.
I've never done Molly. That's what
You
I said.
never did Molly. Okay.
My name is not Olivia.
Got you. Okay, fair enough. Fun fact about yourself, Olivia.
Oh man, I have 2 dogs.
That's fun. They're dirty and they stink. Why would you want an animal around your house and around your bed? And
But they're named the
I like
coolest
this man.
names ever.
you said they're named the coolest names ever. You could name you have a person that you created. Do you have a kid or no?
Talk
No.
about
You
it.
don't have a kid.
Can we rate
Okay.
the names of these
Cooley, talk
dogs?
to her, Cooley.
What's the name of the first dog?
Barrington Berry Bear.
Everyone raise your hand if that's a good name.
Thank
Of
you.
course, they're all.
We have a
good.
couple liars in the room, so we've
And then
exposed
I
all
have
of
a
you.
Nevada.
Nevada.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's cute.
She's a good
That sounds
girl.
like something a black woman would name her daughter.
The state.
Tavishay, Nevada. I named this one after a city in Brazil. So, but you're black, right?
I am Cherokee Indian,
Okay.
and I'm also African American. Yeah.
And you're also African
I'm
American.
gonna enjoy all of your ansers. I can tell.
Yeah.
I can
I'm
tell.
crying for some
Yeah.
reason.
No, I.
Oh, we got tears coming out. Hey, get the close-up cam on the tears. Did the tears come out when he called you Crip Mac?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay, you in a good vibe right now, so you cheering up. Hey man, we in Vegas. Right
I
now.
like laugh really hard sometimes,
Yes.
and then it just
That's a beautiful thing.
that's-
Tears of
I
joy.
do that too.
yeah.
Tears of joy.
Tears of joy.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Hey, let's get to these super chats and then we're gonna get to the first question on the panel. Actually, they coming in. They may have a question for y'all. We have EP Signature sends in $2. He says, "Peace to the Saints and
Peace to the
hope to
Saints.
see this podcast on FNF one day." Hey, shout out to FNF. Maybe so. Holiday Tone sends in another $2. He says, "Peace to the Saints and King Cooley. This show is lit."
Peace to this.
We have Mark sends in $10. He says, "Peace to the Saints. Have a fun time in Vegas. You must be valid if Quet rocks with you."
In a real way.
In a real way. We have Vilkin Saint Far sends in $5. Peace to the Saints.
Peace to the Saints.
Just show love to Cooley and the Saint. Just showing love to Cooley and the Saint. Appreciate that, man. We have Saint DX. Peace to the Saints.
Peace to the Saints.
Assassin in the building. Ha.
In a real
Cash
way.
tag? Cash tag?
What?
Cash tag. He's asking for
My cash tag.
it. Maybe. I don't know. Cash tag. Who cash tag you asking for? we don't take anything here, but if you know, you must have a cash tag. Do you have a cash
I
tag
do.
for your live streams?
Hashtag MARQUETT.
Okay, you got it right there, man. So you send your support. We have None of the Above 101 sends in $10. He says, big shout out to the Flex Luther pimping in a pink. He says, respect to you, Fugazi. You're natural when these broads come around. Can't forget about your breezy holding it down. Saint City podcast vibes. Peace to the Saints. Appreciate that, man. We have Sig D sends in $2. He says, Access Vegas tomorrow, Cooley. Don't bail out. Yeah, man, bailing out. Nah, bro. We doing that tomorrow. Tune in. I will let all of you guys know on Instagram of when we'll be going live. I'm not sure. Maybe between tomorrow and Access. I may even go live on my stream too. We'll see if we can coordinate that. And if we do, you'll maybe see a live stream around 7 p.m. Eastern, around 7 p.m. Pacific time, and what is that? If it's 7, then it's 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have Chris sends in $2. He says, Mr. Podcast has 4 videos posted 6 months ago. Miss Podcaster. He's talking about you. You have 4 videos posted 6 months ago. He says, shaking my head.
I told you I was on hiatus.
Yeah,
I was open about that.
You be on hiatus for a lot
she
of
did
things,
say
I
that.
feel. That's why I said you need a man. You heard me? You need, I could lay that program out, have you highly productive.
Let's go.
You experience the best of your life.
I'm not opposed to these
Not
things.
opposed. Okay. Find out after. We have Aries God. We have Aries God sends in $2. She got that Jim Crow box. Sad day in Black History.
What?
They wilding in the chat. Holiday Tone again sends in $2. And ladies, I'm sorry. Let me just give you out a breakdown of the super
That was a
chats.
good one, man.
I'm gonna run through some of them and then I'm gonna get back into the questions because there are a lot in here. I don't want to hold it up too much. I'm gonna read 2 more and then we're gonna ask the ladies some questions. We got Holiday Tone sends in $2. Don't put the Brazilian in the limo. Saint not Ike. Fair enough. We got Annoyed Chocolate Bonbons sends in $5. No Fugazi and Saint in the center. This should be a good one. Amen. Facts it is. So ladies, first question on the panel. We are going to, and actually the question was inspired by, who had asked it actually? I think it was you. Maybe it wasn't you. Okay, I'm not sure, but it actually was one of my questions list. Let me bring it up real quick. And we're going to start with you. No, we started with you before,
Yeah,
right?
Don't start with me.
We're going to start with you. So here's a question for you. Let's see. Okay, if you standing with your man, so if you're standing with your man and another man, stranger, ask you a question, what are you supposed to do? So if you're standing with your man and another stranger asks you a question, what do you think that you should do?
I would answer that question.
Okay. It's probably why you're single. No, I'm joking. I'm just messing with you. I want to get the ladies' answers. And actually, that's a good one. Let's just go with you. So if you're standing with your man and another man approaches you and asks you a question, what would you do?
It depends on the question. For sure.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, right over here.
It would depend on the
Depending
question.
on the question, if you're gonna. Oh, what about you?
I'm not answering it. I'm looking at my man and going around him, getting tucked on the back. He
Viva
can
la
answer that.
Mexico.
Yes. Okay, she definitely knows what she's talking about. What about you?
Depends on the question.
Depends on the question. Okay, so I have another question for you ladies, right? And we're going to start with you. If a man walked up on you and he smacked your butt, right? And yeah, her.
Okay.
Yeah, man walked up on you and he smacked your butt. And your man looks at you and says, oh, well. And you look at your man and y'all kind of like staring at each other like, okay, who's going to fight the bad guy? How would that make you feel?
That would never happen.
That would never happen,
No.
right? And why wouldn't it happen? Because you want your man to protect you at all times, right?
Yes.
Okay, got you. And you like expect that from your man.
Yes, if you're not built that way, then I won't entertain it.
Okay, so even if a dude isn't built that way, you wouldn't entertain it. No. And men would not entertain a woman that's not built a certain way, because we expect a woman, if a man approaches my woman and she even has the audacity to even think to answer a question from another man, that's not anything I would ever entertain.
Fired.
That's fair.
Ever. You'll be fired.
But
exactly.
if somebody comes up to me and goes, "Hey, do you know directions to here?" If you're a local, like that happens all the time. That stuff doesn't bother me.
So let
if
me
somebody asks me
reframe
just
it.
like random or
Let me reframe it in another way where maybe you can understand, and you ladies as well that gave, and you yourself as well. Like, and y'all could, pitch in your ideas too. If you disagree, you don't have to agree. This is called no Fugazee, so speak what's on your mind. Mm-hmm. If you don't agree, to be like, cool, you crazy. We don't agree with this nonsense. Yeah. If a dude walk up to me, I'm gonna answer all the questions. I want you to speak your truth. Your truth. So I ask you this is because you expect a certain type of man, and you always want this guy to be masculine at all times. We expect a certain type of woman. We want her to be feminine at all times. And part of the reason why you expect your man to knock out that other dude if he touches your butt is the same reason why you're with that man. Your baseline is protection and providing, right? That's what you look for. Our baseline, what we look for a woman is femininity, sexuality, and compliance. I would kind of say, you know what I mean? So you speaking to another guy, it's like, I'm right here. You are my woman. You shouldn't be. This guy needs to speak to me. Actually, he would be disrespecting me. You would be disrespected. He's already disrespecting me if he's talking to you. So that's one way you should look at it. Like, wait, why did he come up to me and I'm standing with my man? So he's already disrespectful. So therefore, you should yield everything to your man because that other man is disrespecting your man. Make sense? Kind of like give her answer. Like if a dude walked up on her, you said that, no, I'm getting behind my man. Make sense? Do you agree to that, or do you understand the concept between the roles of male and female when it comes to that? I know you understand that the male's part, like, you want your man to protect you, but on a female's part, like, you want her to be like submissive and feminine and stuff like that. Do you get that or no?
No, I agree with that. I think that at some point though, that like when you are submissive and more feminine and stuff like that, you might be seen as like a little bit more approachable. You are a big, tall, strong dude. Somebody might just have a simple, easy question, but they might not feel comfortable approaching you because you're intimidating.
Then they need to shut the up with their question.
But he's got to find wherever the hell he's going. He might have a
But
simple
who are you?
question.
Yeah, like, what
Who
if
are
he
you?
needs to know directions?
Are you Google Maps? Like,
That's
what
what I
makes
was
you
gonna
feel
say,
like
you
you're the
need
leader?
directions,
That's
you
the
have Google
problem.
Maps.
It's that unruly nature. And that's why as soon as she said she races motorcycles, I was like, too masculine.
But what if you're inside of like a casino trying to find little signs of like
here, let me
things
help
and it's
you
not
out.
on
And this is the
Google
problem
Maps?
with unbridled female nature when they have not been guided by a good father. So you guys want everyone to be happy, but you don't know how to prioritize and look at hierarchy. Who's more important? A guy you never met who's trying to find somewhere. So a guy who's lost, who you never met, or your man whom you sleep with at night, whom you intend to marry and procreate with. Who's more important?
Your man.
Your man. Who deserves respect more? Your man. So why would you take any opportunity to even accidentally disrespect your man for a guy who means nothing? If you my old lady, you need to be Helen Keller, deaf, dumb, and blind. It don't matter what he had to say. He's Casper to you. The fact that you want to get up out of your role and try to assume leadership, that's the problem. Because a real man is going to talk man to man. Like, for example, if you were Cooley's old lady and I happen to like appreciate your outfit for whatever reason, I would walk up, see the two of you, turn dead to him and say, man, your old lady has some nice boots, man. Those are great boots, man. Shout out to you. And if he feels the need to pass that on to you, fantastic. But if not, it can stop with him because I don't even need to talk directly to you. And if you look at the global culture, there are places where you don't even shake hands or introduce yourself to another man's woman. In the Middle East, which I was just in a month ago, you don't even address another man's woman. You would never even touch her skin. Why? Because it's not necessary. She belongs to another man. And even in America, if you track back a couple decades, the language was is she spoken for? So you say, hey, is this woman spoken for? Which means, does she have someone who speaks on her behalf? Her leader, her man, her representation. You don't even represent yourself. What's the other evidence? When you get married, you take on the man's last name.
Facts.
You're under him. The problem is you're too unruly. You want to be the leader. You want to be out in front. You're going to end up alone.
What's your thoughts on that? You got something to say? I seen you.
Okay, well, first off, when you asked me the question, you said anybody. You didn't say man. So that's why I said all.
Well, no, it's the question I written.
You said
down.
man.
Yeah, I said man.
You said man.
I said,
Oh, I thought I heard
if you're a man, if you're standing with your man
hitting
and
the blunt.
another man
In the
walks
blunt with
up.
this one.
Yeah, sure. Okay, can I ask
Sure, you can ask any
you
question.
guys?
Sure.
Because I honestly, like, I'm gonna be very honest. I'm just now learning more about feminine and masculine energy.
Yeah.
I find that I teeter between the both myself, and I think you kind of called it out in a sense before. But what if that same question to you guys? If a woman, how do you handle that? If a woman came up
Well,
to you?
I am the leader in my relationship.
Okay,
so
so
if a
that's-
woman came to me and asked me a question, I'm going to answer her question.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if you're dining at a restaurant and a man asks you a question? Like,
Is it
what
the
are you gonna
waiter?
order?
Can I just tag on hers real quick?
Sure.
Because it's subtle, but it's dangerous. Which is to say that the instinct for females who believe very strongly in equality is to flip the exact same situation onto you.
That is true.
Right? So the question was, well, what would you say as a woman? She said, well, what would you say as a man?
Yeah.
Well, really, we can't play those kinds of games, right? Because it's like, well, if you go to the beach, are you going to wear a shirt? No. Then I turn to her, like, you go to the beach, are you going to wear a shirt? Well, generally, yeah, you wear a
top.
bathing suit top.
Yeah.
Now, she is Brazilian and they freaky, they be doing some
probably
whole
do
other stuff.
The new beaches.
Right,
Yeah, yeah.
right. But all the same, the male and the female are different, so we can't flip things apples for apples because we're different. And when you fundamentally understand the difference between male and female, then we can get to our natural roles.
You actually brought up a really good point.
Yeah.
I think culturally, in my culture, in the Brazilian culture, women a lot of the times are the leader in their relationship.
There's no morals in Brazil.
But that's what I'm saying is like, so I grew up having
Yeah.
a very strong mother, just
Yeah.
seeing that all the time. So it's, I think, newer for me to let down some of my, my masculine role that I feel sometimes I take on, you know.
Can I say something real
Go
quick?
ahead. Yeah, go ahead, man.
I find this really funny. I'm gonna ask every single female here a question. Have you ever played deaf, dumb, and blind when a guy approaches you in public with no man present? You're single and you have no interest in him and you ignore him. Do you do that? Have you ever done that? Yeah.
And I would honestly do that.
No, answer
Just
the
let him-
question because
yeah.
I just have you ever
I
done
have
that?
headphones in a lot if I'm alone, so
Got
that I
you.
can do
I
that.
pretend
But
to be
You
on my
pretend? Have you ever done that?
Probably.
Probably.
If I'm
Probably.
You've ever
walking-
done it?
I have done that a lot, and if a man came up to
Hold
me,
up. Have you?
And have,
I feel like
Just have you?
that's just yes or no. Just yes or no. Please don't do this today.
No.
Okay, thank you.
I can hold my own. Like, it
Okay.
does't matter if I'm not interested. I don't have to
Yeah.
put up a front.
Let me bring out a great point. The fact that y'all can do that when alone goes to show you have the ability to do it. But for some reason, you lack it when it comes to the respect for showing it for a guy.
No, because I want to
spitting
say
in a real
something.
way.
The guy that I recently
Because why are you interested in talking to the
that I'm
stranger?
recently not with. So we
Was it
had
Chris
that.
Brown?
No. We had that. We were leaving Dreas
Yeah.
after hours,
It's
and
called Dre's, but go ahead.
okay, leaving Dre's after hours, and this girl saw him, and she was like trying to talk to him. Now I'm very like jealous
I
person,
know.
but I maintain my composure next
Okay.
to him, like
Yeah.
at all the times. So we were walking down, passing the slot machines to go to our car so we can leave, and the girl kept trying to talk to him,
She
and
was
he's
thirsty.
he's ignoring her, but she's seen him with me.
Okay.
But if I would have been ignorant, I would have like stepped up to take control of that situation. And I'm like, no, you're my dude. Like you need to handle that. So the way he did it is we kept walking, and when she like literally walked up to him like, hey, and he looked at her and he's like, yo, you don't see me? Like, what are you doing?
Well,
And
I
then
mean,
the
that's
girl
not
was
the whole
the
story.
girl looked at me
Yeah.
like, I'm so sorry, and I just gave her this like dead look, and she's like, you don't have to look at me like that, but I didn't speak.
Yeah.
he was the one that gave me my place
Yeah.
and was like, let's just go.
Okay. I like that what you just did too. We gonna